If you only look at the box score, this was just another game where J.R. Smith scored 60 points in the CBA. But if you actually watched the entire game, you'd understand something far more brutal. The cruelest part wasn't how much he scored. It was that the opponent did absolutely nothing wrong. In 2011, the NBA lockout left countless players without games. J.R. Smith's contract had expired. He didn't want to lose his rhythm, didn't want to disappear from the spotlight. So he made what seemed like a simple decision. Play a few games in the CBA, stay sharp. No one expected that decision to spiral completely out of control. That night, JR wore a white number 23 jersey for the Zhejiang Chozhou Bank Lions against Qingdao. The first quarter passed quietly. He didn't play a single minute. Fans were chatting in the stands. The defense rotated normally. Everything felt like a routine CBA regular season game. Then the second quarter began. JR checked in. No announcement, no celebration, just basketball. His first touch was a simple pump fake. The defender jumped instinctively. One dribble, a smooth pull-up jumper. 2 points. The crowd barely reacted. It felt normal, just a foreign import. He's supposed to score, but something started to feel off. Same spot, lower stance. One hesitation. He slipped past the defender, floated the ball softly off the glass. 2 more. Next possession, crossover between the legs, step back. The defender lost balance and hit the floor. The jumper dropped. It looked uncomfortably familiar, like Allen Iverson. The arena laughed, not mockery, a nervous kind of surprise. Then JR caught the ball on the right wing. One motion, 3 points. No one realized it yet, but that shot was the opening note of a 3-point storm. After halftime, Qingdao raised the defensive intensity, helped defense, drop coverage. Every textbook adjustment coaches are taught to make. It didn't matter. JR curled off a screen, drove, pulled the ball back behind his back, and knocked down a free throw line jumper. Effortless. A handoff. No defender in front of him. 3 points. Same action again. The closeout arrived. The shot was already gone. Still, Qingdao didn't fully grasp the situation. They stayed in drop coverage. The ball kept falling. At this point, it wasn't about tactics anymore. It was about levels. The threes began to stack up. The crowd lost control. Shock turned into excitement. Excitement into certainty. On the court, defenders hesitated. Not because they didn't want to guard him, but because they already knew the outcome. You know he's going to shoot. You just can't stop it. JR faked a drive, casually stepped back. Wide open. 3. Left wing, 45 degrees. No extra dribbles. A sudden pull-up from deep. Another 3. Then he got bored with shooting. He pushed the ball coast to coast, blew past his man, finished through contact. And won. At this point, it was impossible to tell whether this was still a game or a solo performance. Before the third quarter ended, JR hit another pull-up 3 in transition. The arena exploded. On Qingdao's bench, heads dropped. Hands on hips, eyes frozen on the scoreboard. The game continued, but they already knew this wasn't a deficit you could overcome with effort. The fourth quarter came. Qingdao refused to quit. They tried a 2-to-3 zone. JR dribbled to the top of the arc. 2 defenders stood in front of him. Neither even raised a hand. He shot. Swish. The rim looked as wide as the ocean. The offense had become shooting practice. By the time Qingdao adjusted again, it was too late. JR intercepted a pass, rose up for a picture-perfect 3. Hit. Tight contest. No hesitation. Another 3, right in the defender's face. In the final moments, JR pulled up from 2 steps beyond the arc. A deep 3. Again. Game over. J.R. Smith finished with 60 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 steals, knocking down 14 three-pointers. And the most unbelievable part, he did most of this in just 3 quarters. After the game, people said this wasn't just domination. It was like watching Jordan in the CBA. But that's not what truly matters. What matters is this. In competitive sports, some gaps can't be closed by effort, tactics, or attitude. When talent and level don't just differ, but separate, the game itself becomes unfair. J.R. Smith never went all out that night, but his opponents were already at their limit. And that is the most honest and the most brutal truth of competition.